What made you want to be a stand-up comedian?
I think from a wild imagination. I used to be in school on the morning announcements.
Oh,
Those on them, I came on before the principal, goddamn.
yeah.
I came on before, so I used to tell everybody what they was gonna eat for lunch.
Oh,
And I used to do old voices like Wolfman Jack. All right, it's old Wolfman Jack. Hey, 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 hey. Howard Cosell, this is Howard Cosell. Let me say the head straight up. I used to do all these old voices. So what really happened is I had a vivid imagination. I used to love Superman.
oh,
And one day I attempted to jump off the house. I had a cape on. I had it timed because the school bus stopped in front of our house. I jumped on, I ran to the house, put my cape on, and the kids was looking like that. I said, I know what they're saying. Look, up in the sky. I was reading some of their mouth, they was like, that motherfucker crazy. And I jumped off the house, broke my arm, and I never did that again. And then later on, I started doing impressions like Donald Duck. So I started, I guess God said, look, at least he's trying to do something good.
something.
If he can't fly and save the world, let's give him something to make the world laugh.
Wow, wow. So how does it make you feel to see yourself making people laugh, like as a stand-up comedian?
Well, we all comedians. Everybody in here done told a joke. And if they haven't told a joke, then they have serious motherfucking problems.
Well, I got this question for you as well. Of course, it's Q&A, but how did you become the mayor of
Rap City?
on BET?
Well, I had to audition like everybody else, but I was touring with all the rappers. I was touring with all the rappers, Run DMC. In fact, Chris Rock turned it down.
Oh, really?
He told Russell Simmons that he didn't want to tour, so Run DMC flew into Washington, D.C., and I met with them, and within a couple hours, they said, go pack your bags, you're going to be our host of the tour. But Will Smith is the one that saved me on Rap City.
Really?
Because, I don't know if you saw the documentary, Welcome to Rap City.
No.
One of my buddies who hosted the show, he said he was a hustler. He said he used to hustle and sell drugs. And when he got opportunity to host Rap City, he said that he had to go home and practice to talk hip hop.
Oh, wow.
I said, man, hip hop is street talk. You know, you don't have to practice. But see, when Rap City, they used to try to write, what's up, homies and homettes? And then Will Smith one day told them to stop doing the commercial. He said, Chris, what are they doing to you? So the producer said, Will, you got any problems with what we're, how we write on the teleprompter? Will Smith said, I can tell you one thing, I traveled with Chris for years, and guess what? He knows what hip hop is. So he kind of opened up. He opened it up, and that's when I was able to put comedy with the rap video show. That show would have been canceled. Hands down, just showing videos.
Right.
I had to incorporate something else that made people want to run home. Ruben Studdard, Will I Am, all of them, they done told me, hey man, I used to run home. And it's good to hear these guys say, I ran home to watch you on television. Some people here ran and watched me on television. That was the hottest show on television. Am I right?
Right.
Been that for 20 years.
So, I have another question for you. You performed on BET's Come With You, Martin Lawrence, First Amendment, Stand Up, and Def Comedy Jam. What are some of your most memorable moments as a comedian?
With Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, okay.
After Whoopi, she won her Academy Award.
Uh-huh.
And I was in California, the famous Comedy Act Theater that everybody talks about with Robin Harris. And my manager was the manager of Salt and Pepper. And he met Whoopi Goldberg, and she was telling him that HBO gave her a big deal, TV show on HBO called Shea Whoopi. And I went out and met her. In fact, hung out with Whoopi for the whole week. I tell you, Whoopi is genuine. Ladies and gentlemen, me and Whoopi went to the grocery store, and Whoopi would talk people to death. This is Whoopi Goldberg. They telling Whoopi, I gotta go, baby. So she enjoyed it, and she paid me. And in fact, they left my whole set. They left my whole set. They usually supposed to do, they told me to do around 30, 35 minutes, and they left the whole set. And they was bragging to my manager how my set was so good, so they just left it there. And at that time, she gave me $50,000 to do the special. And you can see it now. It's on, it's as a movie. It's called Shea Whoopi. We did it in California.
Okay, we're running out of time here, so.
Are we really running out of time?
Yes, we know how much time we have, but we know how much time we have.
Okay, well, can I say something?
Yes.
Well, a lot of people didn't know this. I'm the guy that introduced David Chappelle on stage when he was 14.
Yes.
I'm the one that he talks about that said his name wrong. His mother brought, now, how many people seen Chappelle other than now?
Right.
So his mother brought him to the comedy club. She said, my son is 14 years old. Can you let him do some time? And I looked at him and I said, yes. So I gave him the most awesome introduction that any kid could ever have. I said, ladies and gentlemen, here's a young man that's 14 years old, and you never know, he might be our next biggest star. Put your hands together and welcome to the stage, David Chappelle.
That was you.
Yeah,
That was you. Okay, but I do have a few other questions. I know we're wrapping up the time, but I do want to.
They gotta ask the
I do
question.
want to. Someone have a question?
Anybody got any questions?
I think you pretty much answered.
Wait a minute.
I just want to say I appreciate you keeping us informed on history
Right.
Yeah.
of comedy, and you're one of the real deals. So I just want to say I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So I have a
So I used to
question.
hang out with Dolomite.
Oh, you did?
I used to hang out with Rudy Ray Moore. Way down in the jungle deep.
Come on. So what do you think of the current state of urban comedy in America?
As long as they stay real. It's not for somebody to look at my life and try to tell them what I'm doing tonight. Somebody said, I'm going to be a comedian. I'm going to tell his story. You're depriving yourself
Right.
because your life is already going to be presented in front of Jesus Christ anyway. So you might well tell people how good or how horrible your life is and try to make the best out of it. There's so many people who are committing suicide. And I always say that if people could just speak to someone, even that homeless person on the street, just say hello, it changes a whole lot of the dynamic of things if you just could speak to somebody.
Right. Right. So how do you feel about other comedians stealing other comics?
Oh, they should never.
But it does happen.
Well, you can have the same premise, but nobody's lived the life that I've lived.
Identical, right?
Right.
So what do you feel about what Cat Williams said? You know, I'm sure you saw it on what's that show? Shay. What's his name? Shay.
Yeah, Shay Shay.
Club Shay.
Well, he did some good things, but as an entertainer, you never want to have any, you never want to look over your back. Don't forget, those are some people who, no one owns entertainment or television other than the people who own it.
That's right.
And they definitely can choose who the hell they want to choose.
That's right.
Kevin Hart, kudos to him. This dude right there is funny, and he's relentless. Usually you see a comedian so much till you get tired of him, but he's always knows how to reinvent himself, just like Samuel L. Jackson. You see him in a movie, I could see Samuel L. Jackson in 100 movies and appreciate him, or Denzel Washington.
Yes, and I've done shows with
So no one,
Kevin Hart before. So.
you're right.
Yes.
So no one has to steal from nobody, because guess what? It's gonna catch up with you.
Oh, they do say.
The minute a comedian say, that dude right there is stealing my jokes, you are out. You are out of that fraternity.
Right. So we enjoyed you on tonight.
Thank
but
you.
we want to know what's your next move. What's next for Chris Thomas?
Oh, well, I'm currently a part owner of the African American Humor Award. Now, this award was given out 35 years ago. I was there in California when Ed Bradley was the mayor of California. A gentleman named Sir Frank Cooper decided that he was going to start an award show. And I was there. Richard Pryor was there, Marlon Gibbs, Bubba Bexley. So years later, I called him and I said, "What happened to the award show?" He said, "Chris, I do it as a dinner now. I gave Steve Harvey his first award. He never got an award before." So I called Monique, I called George Wallace, I called John Hinton, I called all of these comedians and said, "Look, I got a guy who want to give you awards." He's got awards for Eddie Murphy, who sent an acceptance letter. Whoopi Goldberg sent an acceptance letter and never showed up to get their awards. So last year, Jay Leno from The Tonight Show, if you remember, on Good Times, he was in the VD clinic on Good Times. Jay Leno said he's down. Jay Leno said, "You can use my name, you can use my image." He said, "I did not know that there was a black award show," so we gave Jay Leno a black award. It's not really, when we say African American humor, people who were like Shirley Hemsley and all of those from Good Times who didn't get an award. They gave JJ a Golden Globe Award.
Well, it's been good. And did anyone else have any other questions?
Do you have any other questions?
Well,
Oh,
we got one.
hold on. Got to put on TV with the microphone.
What would you say to somebody that's inspired to be in front of the camera? And what would you say to someone that's inspired to be in front of the camera and get into the movie industry?
Well, they need actors and actresses. Now, is the movie industry like it used to be? I think they keep doing these remakes. Like I seen The Monsters the other day, the old TV show The Monsters. It was horrible. It was horrible, even the way they started off. So, sir, I can only tell you, whatever you're trying to do is do it if you feel that it's you.
Yes.
And guess what? Let the chips fall where they lay. Because it's, yes, sir. You want to say something too?
No, it's just a question.
I was going to say we've watched you for years, so we know that part of the legacy. All the names you connected to,
Right.
we know that as well. What's your legacy like with your family, like your children? Are they being productive? You know, that kind of thing.
That's a good question. Because I have a son that I don't think is mine. No, I'm kidding.
We thank y'all for being
Oh,
with
no,
us here behind the
let me
show.
ask the question.
Go ahead, he's gonna answer
Me
your
and my
question.
kids are close. Let me explain, as I said on the joke. Sex makes babies. The best thing that a man or woman can do is try to connect, even though they're not together. It's not meant for the kid to go and hear different mama way and daddy way. Me and my kids, we are very close. The girls more than the son, because he patterns after his mom. But as I told them all, I love them. I'm here for you. I have a mother that's living, that's 90 years old. You know I'm taking care of her, and you know where I am. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna come and worry about me, come and see your grandmother also. All right? Because you only get one mama and one grandmother. Two grandmothers.
And we want you all to post on social media about your experience here on tonight. Follow us on Instagram. We'll post those comments there at Laugh for Freedom.